Hey, first off, I want to say that this is just my opinion. You might not have the same opinion. That's okay. Also, I'm not an expert. I don't claim to be an expert. I just stating some things that I think. Um, and I also want to say that I don't hate jump scares. I think they can be used effectively if, used in the right way. Now, with that said, but I think that the statement that all horror movies are just scary because of the anticipation of a jump scare is completely ridiculous. I think there are plenty of great horror movies with little to no jump scares at all. And I think there are, definitely instances where a scene is just scary or unsettling because of the circumstances or the lighting or the overall mood of the scene. There are YouTubers like Hot Diggity Demon who praise the movie Creep for having lots of really great jump scares. And after watching the movie, I was pretty unimpressed. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a pretty good movie, but the jump scares by far were not the best part. In my opinion, the best part was the creepy, drawn-out silent moments. The moments when you didn't know what was going to happen. And one could argue that it's just the anticipation of a jump scare again. But in my opinion, without those silent, drawn-out moments, the jump scare wouldn't be as scary. Which brings me to my next point, that jump scares lose effectiveness if used too often or too frequently. Once there's been like 2 or 3, people begin to expect it and then they get bored. I think it's unfair to say that just because something startles you, you're afraid of it. If I'm watching a movie and a cat jumps out and I'm like, there's a cat, I'm not deathly afraid of cats. It's just a natural reaction like a sneeze or a hiccup. In my opinion, it's not really the jump scare that people are afraid of, but what the jump scare represents, which is immediate danger to the main character. So if a movie keeps using those cheap jump scares, like having a mom jump out and say, "Hey honey, it's time for school," then you no longer think of that jump scare as a threat, but more just an annoying, overly concerned mom. That's why I think that jump scares should be saved for the ghost or the killer, or a moment that actually serves to further the plot rather than just wastes time. Also, I'm sorry, but whenever I see a jump scare at the movies, most people just laugh afterwards. And unless you're making a horror comedy, that's not a good thing. But jump scares aren't always a bad thing, and there are plenty of movies that use them extremely well. I think it just all depends on how you use them. And if you wait for the right moment and don't overdo it, then they can be extremely helpful and actually add to the creepiness of the movie. Thanks for watching. I plan on making more horror short films and comedy skits in the future. And if you like that, then just please subscribe. Yeah. Okay. See ya.